No agenda. You're here, I'm here. Let's just hang out.
To our second installment of Liming in London. We're here at Happiness Cafe with Miggy. Thanks for having this with us.
Oh, I should be the one thanking you for
Yeah.
considering us. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like you're great, and love like hearing more about your story and like what you've done, and some of the twists that you've added like with the food and the beverages is like really cool. And like you're like right in like the heart and soul of like downtown London.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just kind of like just talk about like your story, kind of maybe a little bit about the city and maybe some of like your passions, you know?
Sure. Well, my background actually isn't in food. I'm a designer, but like most people, we like to eat, and I fell in love with food because my parents cooked really well. So all this time, I've always had like, I was always drawn to food. And coming over to Canada, and I found myself like in a different environment, everything is new. I was trying to find my own space. And somehow, I think I was led to this cafe step by step, because it was always in the back of my mind that, hey, maybe I should open a food business. And I met the right people along the way. One of the first jobs I had here was at Chipotle, and my manager would talk about setting up things together, and one thing led to another, and we ended up planning out a menu that is based on the things that we love. And a lot of that is Filipino food, because I'm from the Philippines. And in fact, when we found Happiness Cafe, it was really different from our original idea. But there was something about this place, the location, it being in the middle of downtown, that spoke to us. And we wanted to like continue the legacy of this place. So instead of like tearing it down and changing everything, we sort of wanted to prolong, or rather, like continue the story of happiness, and we just added our own
A little twist.
Yeah. So so far it's been very interesting, because the one thing that I did not even realize that we would inherit is the community around us, the surrounding neighborhood, which is a beautiful mix of both the corporate and residential neighborhood. So we meet a lot of different people every day, and I understood later on that the name Happiness Cafe sort of ties in with this community really well.
Yeah, it really does. And I think you described it perfectly. I think the last time we met, that like happiness in the cafe is supposed to like provide like a warm hug. And like you could like really like feel it, kind of this atmosphere, you know, like the music, like the lighting. It just feels like this warmness, like, you know, kind of every time you step in. And I remember I tried that the sandwich that you're piloting, the Philly cheesesteak.
Right.
That was amazing, especially with the bun.
Really
that was awesome. And I think you were also mentioning like potentially like having like people like do like little events here, and just have people like come through here and like use this as a space.
So that's the other thing that we sort of evolved on its own. We realized that more than the food, we're able to literally serve happiness to our customers. They do come in and tell us, hey, I came in just for a coffee, but I'm leaving with a smile on my face, or things like that. And we realized that's actually very valuable. That um, we're connecting and tying the community together. So, and that's right. We eventually realized that the space in itself is something that people want to come to. Which is why we try to make the decorations and the ambience with the lighting and the music just right for that cozy feeling, of being welcome. And yeah, I did mention that before, that it's like coming in for a warm hug when you come here.
Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, like what are your like thoughts on like the London like downtown community?
Oh, to be honest, when I first moved to the city, I avoided downtown as much as possible because I felt like it was a little bit scary in the sense that there's so much like construction going on, things that it didn't seem like it was ready, right? But the more I'm staying here, and the more, especially now, we are located downtown, and I'm able to see the city. I'm able to observe all the details that it is. There's actually some life in this city that is kind of like ready to to receive people, and I find actually that it's nice and quiet. That in general, it's very peaceful. But at the same time, I wish I think London can be busier. It's ready to be busier.
100%. It'd be awesome just to see. There's so many things going on, like especially like since the pandemic, and it's just great. And another thing I wanted to ask, because obviously this project, it's called Liming in London, and just give you a little background. Liming is essentially a term from Trinidad, and it is essentially like a way to like relax, chill, and socialize without like any set agenda. So like maybe in like your culture or what you've experienced with other like friends, like what does liming mean to you?
So we have a term that's, I think, very similar. We use the term tambay, which is ironically a derivative of an English word, standby. So we took standby, gave it a Filipino term, and we call it tambay. And the meaning is to just, casually hang out. No agenda. You're here, I'm here. Let's just hang out.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. So cool to see like other places have like the same type of like just socializing with no set agenda, And like in Jamaica, like my family's background, there's like something on like Saturdays that might involve like soup, or it might involve like a game of dominoes, and everyone just kind of gets together. Like, and someone will say like, come by on Saturday, we're gonna have soup, and you already know like something's gonna happen. You just don't know what it is, and so it's really cool.
Right. Yeah. It's funny you mention that. The Filipino culture is so entrenched in food that our greeting to people is to check if they've eaten. Like here, in Canada, you ask how people are. How was their day? We ask, have you eaten? Can I offer you food? So, whenever we get together, food is such a central part of gatherings.